Hi guys, now I'd like us to go to page 52 on your module 1, US 1000. Okay guys, we are told here a building site A, B, C, D must be created through excavation over sloping ground. Okay, now that's the key word, over sloping ground. I hope you guys are familiar with what we call a slope. Look, if let's say if we've got a level piece of land, this is fairly level. It's the opposite of sloping. It's not actually, it's not the opposite, but it's not sloping. This is not sloping. When we talk about sloping, we're talking about uneven earth, something like that, like a hill, little hill, or a major hill. For instance, central is a hill. So central, you would need to do this type of excavation that we're doing. Okay. So let's say this is our desired level. Okay. And our dimension is 0 here, 0 height. Okay. But now here we've got a height that's a bit, let's say we've got 1.3 something here. We need to reduce this earth here. We need to excavate here so that we take this all out so we can get to 0 also here. So that's the essence of what we would like. We would like to have 0 and 0 level. We don't want to have this point here because now we would have to step our foundation. Let's say we're doing a house. We'd have to have a step foundation, which is, because that's not what we want. So what we do, we want to have everything in the same level. So we excavate all of this earth, this soil. This is just a longitudinal section of it. We need to take off all this soil. Now, when you've excavated this soil out to form your platforms, you are left with a remaining soil, which forms an embankment. So this we call an embankment. So we do not want to leave it horizontally vertical because it's prone to collapse, or it's going to be easily erodible if there is high levels of erosion. If there's high level of water, high rains, it can erode easily and the soil can collapse into our working platform, guys. Okay. So the essence is this. We would like to also excavate the side in a slanting type of way to form a 45-degree angle so that we don't leave it vertical. Okay, guys? So that's the basis of the exercise that we are doing now. We are excavating to form a level platform to work on, and also the sides, the banks, the embankments, we need to shape them, form a 45-degree. So we need to excavate also this soil on the side. But there's no works that we're going to do here on the embankment. The works will be here in this position. Okay, guys? Hopefully you got that. Okay. Now let's go to it. They tell us that the sloping grounds, the sides must be excavated back to an angle of repose, which is 45 degrees. So guys, this is very important. Whenever you meet an example like this and they tell you to an angle of repose, you should always assume that the angle of repose is a 45 degree. Okay, so it forms a 45-degree type of angle. Okay, now they say to us from A to B, we have 180 meters. So I've done a pre-sketch. Here's my A and here is my B, and it is 180 meters. Okay, and then they say from C to D is 300 meters. Here's my C, here's my D, that's 300 meters. Okay guys, that's fine. Now we also have A to D, which is 200 meters. Here's my A, here's my D. I've got my 200 meters over there. So initially, you should draw a sketch that is very simple without the sides that I've drawn here. So which is, it would just look like this, okay? Something like that. So this would be 180 meters. That would be 200 meters. That would be 300 meters. But now they're also saying to us, extra to that, we've done this. We need to also shape the sides. So that's where you get this additional. You need to shape the sides to an angle of repose. So you are shaping. So if, okay, there it is, guys. So if your embankment initially was vertical like this was the only thing you excavated. They are saying now excavate to an angle to shape the side so that it doesn't remain vertical. This is a more clearer version of it. Initially you had excavated here. Okay, let me just show you with this marker. This was the earth that you excavated. See, the green area, because this is where we're going to carry out the works. If we need to put a building, we will put it in here. So once you leave this intact and you've got this horizontal vertical level, this is not desirable. You can't leave the earth in a vertical manner like this, in a 90-degree plumb vertical manner, because it will be collapsible. This soil over here might collapse into the platform. It might be easily erodable. So what we do, we want to do this. We want to excavate a bit of it to a 45-degree angle so that we leave this embankment in a slanting manner. So this, we take also this soil extra out, but this soil, this part is just a embankment. It's just a sloping bank. We won't do any works here, but we need to take off the soil so that we prevent collapsibility and erosion. Okay, guys. Fine. Now, since we've got our length here, we need to take out, because once you've got a